if you were to take that lid off, what's possible, if you were to take that lid off your own leadership, if you were to take the lid off what's happening on this team and really let it go and let it become what it is, what would that look like? You know, what could you really do with this opportunity? What could you really do with this Isagenix opportunity? And for some of you, you're going to have to pretend like you just enrolled today and forget everything that's happened so far. So I want to hear somebody raise their hand and share, what would it look like if you were to really take the lid off? What could you really do with this opportunity? I think my screen might be a little delayed, but I can't see any hands that are raised.
Let's make it really awkward. We're going to wait and wait and wait.
There we go. Michelle?
Okay, now I'm unmuted. I think I would just, again, let go of that fear. That would be taking the lid off, just letting go of all of that and letting it flow and just releasing all of it. I'm having some really great conversations, but still trying to learn how. Can you guys hear me? Because I see Jocelyn and Aaron are frozen on my screen. Okay, okay, I see your thumb up, Aaron. Okay. And just really completely just letting it go and talking more and more and more and more. Because I feel amazing. I have to share that. I feel amazing. I have more energy and confidence, and my clothes are fitting better. And that, to me, that's what it's about. I can do 4 and 5 massages in a day and have the energy that I need. So that's what this is about for me right now.
Totally, Michelle. I mean, absolutely. And if you can just imagine, there you are, you're sharing about how good you feel. You're having a ton of conversations with people about how great these solutions are, about how good you feel. What's happening on your team?
Well, right now, not a whole lot.
No, not right now. I'm saying if you do that, if you take the lid off, you're sharing with people what's happening on your team.
Oh, it's growing for sure. Yeah. Growing.
Yeah, like how, you know, like what does growing look like? Like, you could just say it's growing, but how is it growing? Are you a crystal executive by the end by celebration or by the deadline?
Honestly, I don't even know what that means. I haven't gone through the details of it yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely take it step by step, but you know, that's what it could look like, right? It could look like you're sharing with these people, then they're sharing with these other people, and all of a sudden you've got this massive team.
Definitely. Yeah. And I was telling Jocelyn, my word is empowerment. That's my theme, empowerment. It's helping people get control over their health and their wealth and their bodies and their minds and their spirit. So.
Totally. I love that. And I was just thinking, like, you know, if you had this team that was growing underneath you and you were in a way responsible for other people being successful, do you think that you would know what crystal executive is?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, not only would you be more successful, but you'd also be of greater service to other people, because you would probably want to know more to be able to deliver that to them, right?
Right. Of course. Yeah. To have that knowledge.
Totally. So you'd absolutely grow in this industry. You'd absolutely grow in your leadership.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Who else would like to share? And the question is, if you took the lid off, like if you really took the lid off, what would that look like? Natalie?
Hello. So I just wanted to share, because I don't really see any other hands going, but being partnered with you, it's so wonderful. But for me, I've noticed that I still, and I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I've had it on just kind of this curveball of Isogenics entering my life. And I've had my whole life this career planned. I'm about to finish my doctorate, and it is scary. It is so scary for me to introduce this whole world of Isogenics with other people. Like, I have people asking me, like, what are you doing? You have dedicated your whole life. You have done like 20 something years of school, and now you're kind of switching things up, and now you're like, your whole Facebook's all about this whole other thing, and it used to be about this profession and what's going on. And that's scary for me. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. If anyone is scared to share, if you have that lid on because you're scared of what people are thinking, because you're doing something completely new that's like so out of your norm, and you're kind of introducing this whole new career, and it's scary. It's so scary. So I can truly say that I've had a lid on myself where I can be such a brighter, just such a bigger leader. I could be creating such a stronger team with Michael, and I live in this closed lid of fear of what people are going to think of me, because I'm introducing this whole new idea, this whole new career possibility, when I've planned my whole life around something completely different. So that's scary, and it's hard. It's hard to get past thinking about what people are thinking about you, if they're going to be understanding, if they're going to want to do this with you. But I'm right there with you, and I'm ready to like let that lid go. Look at the possibilities of what Isogenics can do for you, and let other people have that too. It's just incredible. So that's my sharing.
I love that. And obviously I have a vested interest in creating that with you. So absolutely. I want to point to something like, so I've shared about what we've shared about so far. We've had a couple people share, but really you can look at what's happening right now. You never have to look farther than what's happening right now, right? And we have this opportunity together to really create what's possible if we were to take the lid off. And I'm going to go as far to suggest that the lid is so on that we're not even letting ourselves imagine what that could be like.
And also, I think Jen, did you have your hand up?
Let's see. All right, is it unmuted?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so I just joined this about 2 weeks ago, and have just been like going crazy researching everything, and just trying to figure everything out, and had like an aha moment today that ties in with what Natalie was saying, and this idea of kind of taking the lid off really connects with that for me. I've built my entire identity around my current career, and it's like scary to me to figure out how I would redefine that and kind of separate that. And I've had a lot of success in my current career. And I was driving in a shuttle today to go pick up my car, and someone asked me what I did, like what my job was. And I launched into my normal spiel about my career and the nonprofit that I run and all of that. And I just kind of had this moment as I was talking where I was like, wait, I have to find a way to tie my whole vision and my whole career and my whole identity together now. So I wish I could say that I pivoted in that moment and kind of changed the conversation. I didn't, but I had this moment where I realized I can redefine this in a different way. So what you were saying, Natalie, kind of really resonated with me. So taking the lid off for me would be not being afraid to kind of redefine my identity and my career in a different way.
That's so good, Jen. And if you were doing that, like let's say that was part of your conversation when somebody asked you, what do you do for a living? And you shared about Isogenics, what do you think would happen?
I think it would be like a form of attraction marketing, honestly. It's like when you have such a vision and a passion for what your career is, and when you talk about something like Isogenics and you call that your career, I think that attracts people to what you're doing and wanting to learn more. So I don't know, I'm not experienced enough to know if somebody goes, yes, sign me up when you do that, but I think it just plants more and more seeds. And for me, Isogenics fits so well into what my current career is. I just have to find a way to articulate what that expanded vision is now and leverage those opportunities. So I think it would be a way for me to not only enroll people and sell a product, but to inspire people to want to join that vision.
Totally. And I'm sure they would want to be as freed up and inspired as you are when sharing about it. Like that would be something you could give to them right then and there.
That's the goal. So yeah, I appreciate the question you asked. And Natalie, I've never met you, but I liked what you said, and that definitely resonated with me. So yeah.
So I don't know who else. Jen, I so appreciate your sharing, and it's like we could so get what the difference that would make. Gary, you want to go ahead?
Sure, I'll go. So, Mike, I think one of the biggest things for me is that I'd just be having a lot more conversations every single day. I'd be having a lot more conversations about Isogenic with whoever wanted to know, and whether that be people that I'm reaching out, strangers that I'm reaching out to, or helping my team members talk to others about Isogenics. I mean, really, it really is a simple system. This whole business of network marketing, it's basically, talking to people. And if I want to be more successful, I'll have more conversations. And so my vision, and I mean, it is the funnest business ever, to be able to share this passion with people. I mean, it really is fun. And I'm in so love with when I'm in that groove, and when I'm feeling that flow, and when I'm just having those awesome conversations. It's so exciting. I mean, we see that, we see that, we feel that, right? When we go on these big drives. I mean, I remember, I want to share this little piece with this, is that I remember coming into Isogenics and everyone talking about all the placements, the manager and executive and all of that. And I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to email. I'm just going to have all these conversations. And I really didn't get it at first. The first drive of going to executive, I really didn't get it. But, in these last drives, going to manager and these big pushes, it's like a game, right? It's like a competition. It's like we're having a on this team. And all it is having lots and lots of conversations. So when I see what this would be to play on out to be playing, to my massive extent, it's 10 times the conversations that I'm having daily about. That's simply that. Does that make sense?
Oh, totally. And I mean, it's so clear how much fun you would be having. Yeah. And you really created that. And that's really the opportunity here. I mean, thanks so much for sharing that, Gary, because when we're in it, when we're running, when we're having the conversations, we so resist that. But while we're doing it, we are having the time of our lives. So not only are we creating massive momentum on our team, creating incredible income, contributing these solutions to other people, we're having a blast. How does it get any better than that? How? Somebody, please tell me something that's better than that. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yes, I have to preface this because I just don't want to scare anybody. I got so much going on inside here. I want to share about somebody else that I see what would be possible if they took the lid off, and I actually don't even see it. They have a lid. So I'm going to share about how they see them. This is going to be my friend Lauren right there in the middle. Honestly, I just have to say, Lauren, I don't even see that you have any lid. Lauren is every time I talk to Jocelyn, she's like, I talked to Lauren today. And Lauren, what I see is the lid being off for you. You honestly care for people. I'm not even kidding, so much. And not only their health, but they can live the life that they are meant for, because that's the route that you're going. And having the lid be off would be that you would step into a room and people would know immediately that there was going to be something else possible just by you being there. And what it would look like is that people were joining your team, and immediately everybody was not only having their product paid for, but they were responsible for the people in their life getting awesome health, and that it was also paid for them. So what I'm saying is managers are just happening around you, and that because of that, your Start 1000, and at Celebration, you're doing a breakout session. And I'm not kidding you when I'm saying this. When you talk, you're so relatable, and people just like want to be around you. And there's a room full of 1,000 people at a breakout session that cannot wait to hear about the ease in which you built a massive business. And lastly, you're having retreats with your team at Disneyland like every quarter. So that's what I see with the lid being off, but you don't even have a lid anyway, so.
Lauren, is there anything you want? Yeah. Go ahead.
That was unexpected, but thank you. Yeah, I've definitely felt, though, that I have had a lid lately. And I kind of spoke to Jocelyn a little bit about it yesterday, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. And Natalie, I really, like, what you said really resonated with me as well. You know, just finishing my career a year ago, or my schooling for my career a year ago, and really trying to not think about what others think when I'm on Facebook. And just think like, I've always been that wild child, so no one's really going to think anything different if I change careers again. Like, nobody thinks anything of it, but I think that's kind of been my lid. And I feel it. Aaron, like you said, I can see all that. There's just something there, and it's that lid. I just need to remove it, and I feel like I could go soaring in this company. So.
And what do you see possible for you with that?
Geez, everything, the world, like life. I just feel like I could have everything that I've envisioned in the future and thought my current career path would get me, but it's not. And so I don't know how to exactly put that into words. I know that's not the right answer, but that's all I have right now. So.
I mean, Lauren, that's the perfect segue to the next question, which is really, who is it? Who is it going to be? Who from the people on this call is going, who are going to be the next leaders on this team that do it better than any of us? That go faster than any of the other leaders that are here? Who are going to be the people that run with this because they decide that they're the leader that they know they are? Who's it going to be?
I just really want to echo what Michael's asking, in that truly we want everyone on here to feel like literally this is your team. Like we want to learn from you. And like for you to have complete space to literally be like, I'm going to go faster than everyone. I'm going to pass up every single person, like not from a competitive state, but from like
maybe a little bit.
Maybe, but just from knowing like that, how powerful you are. We are taking the lid off. Like we want to get out of the way, and we can share with you what we've learned over the last few years, Lisa, all of us. But truly, we see you all as completely, absolutely amazing giants who could be the number one income earner on the team or in the company. So I just want to echo that we truly see you all that way.
That's so good.
So who's taking that on? Michael asked. Who's committed to that? Like who's committed to literally taking their lid off, passing everyone up, going?
I'm committed.
Yeah,
Dawn, come on.
So for me, what taking the lid off looks like is, it started with not caring what other people think. And when I felt that freedom of not caring what other people think, it was so freeing and so fun And that's when it started getting fun, like talking to people about how Isagenix has changed my life and what it is got to be so fun. And I would have these experiences where I would talk to someone and they would be interested. They would see it as a solution, and it would create this bond with the person, like, wow, we have a common interest. And it made it so fun to connect with so many people. But as far as like being committed to growing fast and growing big and like doing something really ginormous with this opportunity, for me, you know, I don't have a lot of time left, and I got 20 years till I'm 65, and I don't want to take 10 years to get there. If I'm going to get there, whether it's, platinum or second business center or whatever, I'm going to get there. So I'd rather just do it fast, and focus and go hard and just like, don't take my eyes off the prize so I can get there faster, because it's almost easier to get the plane off the ground if you go faster, and it's harder just to do it slow. And so that's what I'm up to, is just trying to, never not be thinking about it, talking to as many people as I can, practicing I don't care what other people think. Like, what they think of me is none of my business. I just got this thing to share, and it's awesome. So I'm going to tell as many people as possible.
Oh my gosh, Dawn, that was like, wow, you just dropped bombs just now. I got chills. I just got chills from that. And I just really want to take what you said. It was so perfect. It's like, that's the opportunity that's here. Look, we've all been in this. We've all been doing this for as long as we've had. I know I see some veterans on here. I've seen people, for as long as I've seen you here. But the opportunity really is to start over. Decide to start over. Decide to start fresh. But this time, you don't have to forget everything you've learned so far. Start over with all the tools that you have, with all the experience that you have, with all the knowledge that you have, with everything that you have, that you know, that you are, and go as fast as you want to go. Don't go the pace that I set. Don't go the pace that the team sets. Go as fast as your heart desires, because, Dawn, you said it so perfectly. You don't want to do this in 10 years. So that's the opportunity here. So I want to pass it over now just to finish it up. Jocelyn, do you want to talk about events?
Yeah, well, actually, really quick, if it's okay, we're going to go a couple minutes over, because there were a couple things Lisa and I wanted to bring up. And if you need to hop off, we understand. But these couple things I think can really make a difference. We'll get to events in just a minute, and also a seasonal flavor announcement for tomorrow. But really quick, we wanted to highlight that what kind of the numbers of what it really means to be building a business. And we'll share our stories. Myself, Elliot can speak for the Schwartzes, Lisa, and if Eva were on, her story. But some people think they're building a business and they've enrolled like 5 people in a year. And I don't want to undermine enrolling 5 people. That's awesome. You've blessed 5 people's lives. But truly, just to be transparent, when they do the presentations about the millionaires or the people earning a couple 100,000 or, 6 figures and 7-figure earners, the average is they've enrolled anywhere from 150 to 250 people over anywhere from 2 to 5 years. Aaron and I have enrolled 150 people in about 3 years. Lisa, how many people have you enrolled? We are on mute.
212.
I've enrolled 212 people, which honestly, but the first year I enrolled 55 people.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was, you got to do it fast. But 212 people.
And Schwartz's, how many?
212.
212 also? Oh, got a barking dog. 212. And so we share that because, to be transparent, because we want to actually expand your mind and actually have you see that we often all limit ourselves and we think, oh, well, I'm going to aim for 2 enrollments a month. And that's great. Again, you're blessing 2 people, but we want to tell you, you're capable of 10 enrollments a month or more, 15, 20. And so that's why we share that, because I think people think they're building a business and they cap themselves at enrolling 20 people. And they're like, I've built my business, and they give up. And we want to just say consistently keep going and going and going. But how fast, like Dawn said, she wants to pass us up. I know this girl, she wants to enroll 150 people this month, or this year, which I know she's going to. But just how fast do you want to enroll about 150 people? Because that's truly where you're going to have the 7 and 8 figure earners. Yeah, Lisa?
Well, and one of the things I want to let you guys know, it wasn't until my 34th enrollment that I found my first person who did anything with it. My first 10 consultants, only one is still a consultant. You've got to create momentum in a short period of time to find those people. So over the next year, decide in the next 9 months, in the next 3 months, you're going to enroll 20 to 30 people. And in the next year, you're going to enroll 50 people. Because it's a large number of people in a short period of time where you create momentum. And if you haven't found them yet, keep going, because you will. It's just, you just don't know who it's going to be. It could be your 50th person. Could be your, it was my 34th person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would just echo that it's not getting too attached to those first 5, 10, 15, 20 people, constantly just building them up, but continuously looking for, like, who are the leaders, who are the people that are hungry. And so we hope that that's empowering in that you raise the bar for yourself. I remember when, I always forget ABC 1, 2, 3 guy. What's his name?
Bennett.
Jay Bennett. He said at Celebration last year that his mentor, he'd go up to his mentor and he'd say, okay, so what do I do now? And he'd go enroll 10 people. And he'd go enroll 10 people a month. And then he'd come back and he'd go, okay, what now? He's like, go enroll 10 people. And so he challenged us all to do that. And for 3 months after that, Erin and I enrolled 10 people every month. And it was awesome. And now we hold the bar for ourselves. We set the intention that at a minimum we enroll 5 people a month. And so, but keep raising the bar for yourself and keep having it be natural. Again, don't cap yourself. Like Michael started with all this, take the lid off. Imagine you could enroll 10 people a week, and that's what could happen. So we wanted to share that. The last couple things, Lisa, do you want to talk about the seasonal flavor?
Absolutely. Okay, so here's so exciting, guys. So tomorrow they are going to be releasing a peach mango seasonal shake. It's going to be awesome. And so really what you want to do is you want to be texting everybody in your organization, everybody you've talked to, just create a kind of a generic text, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I sent it out to everybody. I've got people who haven't enrolled in, 6 or ordered product in 6 months. Like, I want that. I mean, we can have one of the where people have massive rank advancements, and, just blowing it out. The biggest week they've ever had is when we have a seasonal shake released. Now, some seasonal shakes sell out the first day. Some last a couple weeks. We don't know what this is going to be, but they've never released this shake before, and I think it's going to go fast. So if you want any, hop on and get one tomorrow. But more than that, text all of your people. Let people know that maybe are on the fence. Hey, you might want to try this seasonal shake. Now, the one caveat with the seasonal shake is you can't put it in an auto ship, and you can't put it in a pack. So in a 30-day, you couldn't substitute, the shake flavors for the seasonal shake. It has to be an add-on, kind of on its own product. But just from this morning, sending out a whole bunch of texts, I have so many orders that are going in tomorrow for the seasonal shake. So, spend this evening, send out lots of messages to anybody that's ordered in the past. And if you want some yourself, get on in the morning and definitely get them ordered. But like I said, more than that, it's messaging the people that you have. It's going to be amazing. I don't know for sure. I've had a lot of people ask, is it going to be dairy-free or is it going to be a whey-based shake? I am assuming it's going to be a whey-based shake because all of the shakes have been all of the seasonal shakes have been whey-based. And the reason is that the dairy-free, it's so hard to get the flavor right. They spend so long just trying to get it so it tastes good. So it masks some of the things that maybe the proteins that aren't as tasty in the plant-based proteins. So I'm assuming it's going to be a whey-based shake. But anyway, it's going to be exciting. Who's excited for the peach mango? It's going to be awesome.
I'll jump in last couple minutes, Lisa. Events. And I want to share, before diving into the specifics, we've set a habit that every network marketer says one of the most, the number one income producing activity is promoting to events. So my invitation to you is have a calendar reminder. I have it every Monday on my calendar to look at what events are coming up that not only I can invite to, but that I can tell my team around the country. And like Michael, he's so great at this. He was in California this weekend because he was taking teammates to the Super Saturday in California. A couple weeks ago, we had like 6 team members in Ohio at a Super Saturday. So my first note to you is, put a calendar reminder at least one day a week to be looking who lives where and what events are happening, and constantly be letting them know what events are coming up. So there are many Start tour events. Start Your Life goes on a tour every year, and they visit anywhere from like 6 to 10 cities. They're going to be all over the country, even like New Zealand and Australia. So look at this isagenixevents.com for when those are. We've got a big group going Monday, May 1st in Phoenix, but they'll be all over the country. So find out where that is. You'll want people in the Start group to be at them. They're incredible. There's a few more Super Saturdays coming up. I saw there's several in New York in April. They just had them in California this past weekend. And then Celebration. If you haven't gotten your ticket, we're going to keep dripping it in here because you will not want to miss Celebration, and they probably will sell out really soon. So look at your August dates, get your ticket booked, tell your teammates. And then the last event that we want to share about is the leadership retreat. We are starting that annual leadership retreat, and so keep generating yourself as a leader so that you can be there, because we'll be at a resort in Scottsdale, trained by corporate staff. Probably Kathy Coover is most likely going to be there, Travis Garza. So you will want to qualify for that. That'll be in October in Scottsdale. So keep going for that executive goal and beyond. So those are all the events. Sorry, we're trying to rush because we're a little over. So thank you for staying on. We just want to make sure to provide as much valuable content. Thank you all for sharing honestly. And if you didn't share something, like we invite you to just at least inquire or call someone on the team and have the conversation that Michael so amazingly brought up. Have a way to express this and talk about it, because his question was so powerful. Like, what's possible for you when you take the lid off? So thank you all. And Michael, thank you for leading an incredible conversation. Wasn't he awesome? Unmute yourself and say, thank you, Michael. Woo!
Thank
you.
Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you.
Michael.
Thank you.
All right. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.